All right, so Ohio State caps off a really nice regular season with the Big Ten championship to improve to 6-0. Although it wasn't the best performance by it just wasn't the best performance by Ohio State at all. It wasn't. I don't know what to say. I was watching this game with my life force being drained from my body as I say, oh my God, this is just like Wisconsin last year, except worse because we might actually lose this one. Turns out it was pretty much like Wisconsin last year. If you remember, in that game, Ohio State was down at halftime, came back and won it in the second half. And it was very much like that. Justin Fields, again, did not have one of his better games, had probably the second worst game of his career, first being to Indiana. But today was not about Justin Fields. Today was about Trey Sermon. Today was about Trey Sermon. I know this is going to say number 5. It's supposed to be number 8. Use your imagination. I couldn't find any white tape. This is a number 8, and it's for Trey Sermon because he was an absolute beast today. We're going to review the game and talk about Trey Sermon's legendary performance. What's up, Tailgaters? My name is Tailgate Nate. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my 9th Ohio State fan reaction of the season. I'm going to be reacting to the Big Ten championship game and Trey Sermon's 331-yard performance. I'll give you his final stats later in this video, but let's go ahead get into review the game. So coming into this game, Ohio State was the clear favorite. Big lines thrown all over the place towards Ohio State, just the favorite. No one picked Northwestern, and that was what was going to fuel Northwestern in this game. So Northwestern wins the coin toss and defers. Ohio State to receive. And Ohio State goes down, just doing what the offense does. Some nice passes completed by Justin Fields. Master Teague and Trey Sermon getting involved. Justin Fields runs it in for a 7-yard touchdown. You would think. Holding call on Harry Miller pushes us back to Northwestern 17, and we can't get into the instance. So Blake Hobbiel has to come in. 41-yard field goal after Justin Fields got sacked. So you're thinking, okay, it wasn't the best bet, but let's see how Northwestern's offense does. Well, apparently Northwestern's offense came to play early in this game because they go 7 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes and 32 seconds using the tempo offense, and they score a touchdown. It's Cam Porter, 9-yard run. And how about Cam Porter emerging as an absolute star for Northwestern? They already had Drake Anderson, Isaiah Bowser. They've kind of gone away from him, and now Cam Porter seems to be that guy. Worked out well on this drive, 9-yard touchdown run. Northwestern is up 7-3. Ohio State punts their next possession, as does Northwestern. Ohio State gets a little bit of a drive going on their next possession, but the first quarter comes to an end. Your score at the end of the first is 7-3. The drive would continue for Ohio State, and they would end up punting it away. How about Zach Hoover? So with the players that Ohio State had out, by the way, I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning, but Ohio State had 24 players out because of COVID, contact tracing, or other just injuries. And one of those happened to be All-American punter Drew Chrisman. So Zach Hoover was the punter who had to come in and played phenomenally. I mean, looked like Drew Chrisman out there. I mean, you wouldn't even know Drew Chrisman was off the field. Zach Hoover, very, very impressive game. Very happy with the way the kid played. But again, Ohio State would punt away that drive. Then Northwestern would come down. A nice drive by Peyton Ramsey, completing some great passes. Northwestern was really good on third down today. That just seemed to be their thing. Ended up getting a 47-yard field goal from Commander. And Northwestern takes a 7-point lead. Ohio State would get a field goal on their next drive. You could start to see Justin Fields was slowing down, not really playing his game. The Northwestern defense got him flustered. And again, just the sack on Justin Fields on 1st down and 10 didn't lead to anything good except for a Blake Hobbiel 43-yard field goal. Northwestern would punt away their next possession, and Ohio State, you're thinking they need to score before that. They need to score, and that's their mentality as well, driving down the field. Just driving down the field, a pass interference penalty on Northwestern gets Ohio State to the 25-yard line. We get it all the way down to the 9 with 28 seconds left in the first half. So I'm grabbing my football here because I'm going to recreate something. Not the best at recreating anything because I'm just in my bedroom, but hey. So coming into this game, Brandon Joseph was named the Big Ten Defensive Freshman of the Year. And for good reason. He had played an absolute ton. I have never talked about him in a video, but he made a big impact in this game, and he made an absolute stunning interception. Was falling on his back. Justin Fields throws it up to Garrett Wilson. Thinks Garrett Wilson has an easy touchdown standing up. But Brandon Joseph goes up, one hand, full extension. You can't see now. There you go. Full extension. Catches the ball with one hand, ruins Ohio State's momentum going into the locker room. Watching that play, of course, I was devastated, saying, oh my God, you threw a pick. Oh, that's not good. Of course, right, as any football fan would do, be devastated. But as I was just thinking about it at halftime, man, Brandon Joseph is a grown man. That's a grown man catch. You give him 100 more tries at that. He maybe comes up with it one other time. He's only a freshman. He's only going to get better. He's going to be playing in the NFL, a future first-round pick. I'm calling it here in this video. I did not know a lot about this kid when he got recruited to Northwestern. I said, okay, they got a little boost on defense. No, they got a big boost on defense with Brandon Joseph. Absolute stud of a kid. Expect to hear more about him come 2022 when the draft rolls around in April of 2023. So, end of the first half then for Northwestern. They're up 10-6. So my first half analysis, Ohio State could have played better. There was so many missed opportunities, so many just mistakes, and the offense just was not going at all. We had to bring out the punting team a lot in this video, just not a good showing for the Ohio State offense in that first half. They definitely had to pick it up. Northwestern, of course, deferred for the coin toss, so they got the ball to start the second half, and they were driving down the field. My reaction was, great, they're going to score. We're going to be down 2 scores, and this could very well be the game. Well, it turns out not. Peyton Ramsey throws up a pass. It's like a 50-50 ball, but Justin Hilliard muscles his way in front of the receiver to pick the ball off, just the type of momentum Ohio State needed, and they're back on offense. Although that momentum would be thrown away really quickly as Justin Fields threw an interception. Cameron Mitchell with the pick, and Northwestern will have it on their own 49. Now, I don't want to say this is Justin Fields' fault, but I don't know why you would make the throw because Jameson Williams wasn't even looking back for the ball. It reminded me of like a Chris Olave situation in the playoff semifinal last year. We don't talk much about that game, but as Ohio State fans, but it just reminded me of that. He was supposed to just cut to the sideline. That's it, just a nice little slant or out route to the sideline. Not a big deal, except he cuts upfield for some reason, and Justin Fields says, okay, he's going to throw a slant or not a slant. It's an out route. The play is going to be there, going to make the catch, going to be a nice solid gain. But no, he ends up cutting upfield, and Jameson Williams says, wait, what happened? As does Justin Fields. So Northwestern gets the ball back, nothing going as they punt. Ohio State puts together a nice drive in their drive, and this was the emerge of Trey Sermon in this game. 65-yard run to open up the drive. That's Ohio State, but on the 28 of Northwestern, couldn't get anywhere, and Blake Hobbill hooks a 42-yard field goal. Northwestern puts together a pretty good drive in and of itself, but had help with penalties from Ohio State. A roughing the passer penalty on Tyreek Smith just dragged Peyton Ramsey to the ground way too late. And then Peyton Ramsey tried to scramble out, and Jonathan Cooper gave him a nice tug on the horse collar. So there you go, 30 yards in penalties, sets him up on the Ohio State 25, and Kubander would hook a 46-yarder. So slowly getting momentum, I should say, is Ohio State. Here was the drive. Trey Sermon did, well, 3-yard run, 5-yard run, 6-yard run, 33-yard run. The next play was made by Justin Fields. Then the next play made by Mayan Williams, a 10-yard run to the Northwestern 9, and Trey Sermon, a 9-yard touchdown with the extra point. Ohio State takes the 13-10 lead. Peyton Ramsey made another mistake here, pass incomplete to Ramad Chiako Bowman for 5 yards. Then A nice read by Josh Proctor as he picks off Peyton Ramsey, the second interception Ramsey has thrown in this game. And it's huge. It's a huge pick. Ohio State now can go on the other field, make it a two-possession game, although they don't do that. They go 3 and out. And again, Zach Hoover, a nice punt, just out of Blake Hobbil's field goal range. They're at the 39. They said, we don't want to give them a good field position in case he misses it. So 34 yards to the Northwestern 5. Northwestern in the middle of this next drive would take us to the end of the third quarter. So Ohio State up 13-10. Peyton Ramsey, a run for 11 yards, and you think Northwestern's got momentum. They've got the first down, but Pete Warner forces a fumble. It's recovered by Justin Hilliard. Justin Hilliard had a great game for Ohio State in place of Baron Browning, and Ohio State would go down on the next drive and score a field goal. Trey Sermon had another big run for 28 yards in that drive. And Blake Hobble kick a 26-yarder, so 3 for 4 on the day, 16-10. Ohio State. Northwestern would punt their next drive. Again, the touchdown drive here for Ohio State featured a lot of Trey Sermon. 6-yard run, 25-yard run, 5-yard run, 8-yard run, 12-yard run, 5-yard run, and a 3-yard touchdown. There was a little bit of Justin Fields passing to Garrett Wilson in there, also a run, but mostly Trey Sermon at the end of that drive. And it was here that they showed a graphic up on screen that said Trey Sermon has 297 yards. This is by far the most rushing yards ever seen in the Big Ten championship game, but he's getting really close to Eddie George. Very close to Eddie George. The 2-point conversion fails, so Ohio State's up 22-10. Northwestern would turn the ball over on downs, and it gives Trey Sermon the chance to break the record. First play, 7-yard run. Okay, you get there little by little. He had 10 yards to go, had 3:04, 23-yard run to the Northwestern 8, bounced off 4, 5, or 6 would-be tacklers, and he has the record. It has happened. Trey Sermon beats Eddie George's single-game rushing season record, and I could not be happier for the kid. Trey Sermon looks like the running back he did at Oklahoma, plus 10 times more. Ohio State doesn't have to score again. They win the Big Ten championship, and more likely than not, Ohio State has earned themselves into a college football playoff spot, more than likely at number 3, which means they're probably going to play Notre Dame if they win, or Clemson if they win. I'm going to go watch that game after recording this video, but I'll get this up for you guys. But anyway, what is the committee going to think of this performance? Remember, they had Northwestern ranked as high as number 8 before they lost to Michigan State. I think they saw Northwestern as a really, really good team. And by far, I think the committee, that's going to factor into it. They still think Northwestern's a good team. But when you look at Ohio State, kind of similar to the situation that Clemson had when they didn't have Trevor Lawrence, they didn't have stars on defense like James Skalski. It's going to be a very similar situation to that, I feel, but Ohio State had it worse. 24 players out, a star wide receiver, some great defensive players as well. The committee's going to look at that and say, hey, they might not have played their best game, but they were nowhere close to 100%. Now, I definitely agree that Ohio State could have played better with what's on the field, and every team's had to deal with COVID and opt-outs and stuff. I get that. I'm not making excuses because we still won the game. I'm just saying that the committee's going to look at that and say, hey, look, they weren't at a full 100%. They're going to be in the playoffs anyway. It's just really going to determine seeding. So if the Notre Dame-Clemson game is close, they're probably going to look and say, hey, they weren't at full strength. It's okay. They can move to number 3. We also don't want Notre Dame-Clemson part 3. Well, some of us might. But anyway, Ohio State plays their way into a college football playoff. It was a shaky season for sure. Had to bend the rules a little bit. Only played 6 games. It's been a weird football season. But my man Trey Sermon lifts the Big Ten Championship MVP trophy as Ryan Day and the Ohio State Buckeyes win their 4th straight Big Ten Championship, 2nd straight with Ryan Day. Let me know what you guys thought of this game in the comment section down below. I know I have a big Ohio State fan who follows me, comments on a lot of my videos. So, hey, man, tell me what you thought about this game. I would love to hear your thoughts. It was a very shaky game at best, but we're going to have everyone back for the playoff, it seems like. So hopefully whoever we draw in the playoff tomorrow, which, by the way, I will be doing a conference championship review and a reaction to the playoff rankings in my next video that is going to be coming out tomorrow. I don't know what time it'll be up tomorrow. I'm going to see when they release the rankings, but I imagine it would be up pretty like relatively earlier than when I usually upload, just so it doesn't, the time of it doesn't drag on out for you guys. But anyway, this was my reaction to the 22-10 Big Ten championship win against the Northwestern Wildcats. All credit to Northwestern. Ohio State gets the benefit of the doubt for not having 24 players suited up. Northwestern played a hell of a game. Ohio State pulls it out in the end thanks to 331 yards on 29 carries and 2 touchdowns from Trey Sermon. That's an Ohio State single game rushing record. The kid has played absolutely insane up to this point. That's going to do it from me today. Please leave a like on this video. Also subscribe if you are brand new to the channel or you just enjoy my content. You can ring the bell as well to join Tailgate Nation. Leave a comment down below. You can tell me your thoughts on this game or what it means for the college football playoff, and share this video with everyone you know. I'm trying to grow the channel as big as possible. Share this video with people you know who like Ohio State football or college football in general as much as you and me. Remember to play hard, but tailgate harder. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow with my conference championship review and college football playoff reactions. Goodbye.